live for a while anyway, but I've screwed this up completely to start, never mind. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life, because every day is a chance to celebrate life if you choose to do so. We have 3 people whose real birthdays it is today. We are going to celebrate those moments, and the main topic of today is recognising that good people only take from life what they feel they are worth. So this is all about worthiness and a little bit about self-confidence and self-worth really in this thing. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I haven't done my timer, and mine I'm looking at 8:18, which means I want to try and finish, definitely finish before past, and ideally finish at a little bit earlier than that. Cool, right, anyway, so happy birthdays to the people whose real birthdays it is today, because why wouldn't you celebrate life? That's the thing, I think is what I say, isn't it? Why wouldn't you want to celebrate life? You're alive, you're watching me, you've got a device in your hand that you're watching me on, you have the internet, you have electricity, presumably. You're breathing. What a lovely time to be alive. Happy birthdays though to Beverley, Alan and David Breeze. Breathing exercise, next thing, but blow out the candles on their cake, because happy birthday, because Manoj is on here, and we have to do these things right, don't we? So what's the one thing you want to get done today? Breathe in 5 through your nose. And I've been running, it's hard to do that. There you go, hand on the heart. Light the candles while you're holding for 5. Blow out the candles. To a count of 5, of course. And wish happy birthday to Beverley, Alan and David. Happy birthday to you, and happy birthday to you, Manoj, because it is, after all, the first day of the rest of your life too. In Nepal, I was looking at this the other day, so there was a question on a quiz program about what's the only flag in the world that's not a rectangle, basically, and it was Nepal. And weirdly enough, I thought it was Tibet, and I didn't realise that Tibet and Nepal were actually 2 different places. So there you go. I now know, because I had to look on a map to check. Nepal, Tibet, just above it. It's part of China, I think, Tibet. Anyway, so good people only take out of life what they think they're worth. Now, this is not to say that if you're a good person, you're not making the most out of life. It's just that you have an internal thermometer, you have an internal thermostat, not thermometer, thermostat. Thermometer measures the temperature, thermostat regulates the temperature. So you use a thermometer to find out what temperature it is, and then the thermostat does some work to either bring the temperature down or raise the temperature up to keep it at the temperature you set it to. So if you set it to 20 degrees centigrade and it's too hot, it's 25, it's quite warm today. It's the first time actually I've been out running without a hoodie on today, so, and I'm still feeling quite hot and sweaty, so it's definitely cool. So if it's 25 degrees, the air conditioner will come on and bring the temperature back down to 20. And if it's too cold, like it's 10 degrees outside and it's freezing, it'll put the heater on and bring the temperature back up to 25 degrees. So that's what it's doing. So it's regulating this temperature. So a thermostat will keep the temperature roughly here. And this is a little bit like how much your self-worth is, how much you're worth in the world. So if you earn a little bit too much, you'll self-regulate yourself to bring it back down. If you're not earning quite enough, you'll self-regulate yourself to bring yourself back up to where you think you're worth. Shouldn't have covered my mouth up like that, should I? For anybody who's reading my lips. So yes, you have this thermometer, this thermostat, sorry. Thermometer tests this temperature here, and then the thermometer here turns on the air conditioning or the heater to bring the temperature back to level. And we all have these things inside ourselves, like how much am I worth? How much should I take this out of this? And of course, particularly people who are like very service orientated and want to give to the world, want to give of themselves, like myself for example, they don't like to take. They feel very uncomfortable with taking. So I want to help people without asking them for their money, and that's where I'm getting myself into some problems, because I'm not willing to ask for money to help me to give service. So I've been doing these for over a year now, and as a result I've probably earned less than £100 for a year's work. Doesn't feel like a lot, does it? Certainly not enough to survive on. And it's mostly because I'm not asking people to pay me for these videos, because they're free obviously, and I'm not asking people to work with me to pay to work with me if they want to learn how to overcome their depression, for example, because I am after all the anti-depression guy. Where I use the Freedom Cube and the 15 pillars that are on the Freedom Cube to help you learn how to get off your antidepressants or find freedom from depression, depending on where you are. probably get off the antidepressants first and then find freedom from depression, so you never feel depression ever again in the future in your life. So that's the idea. Anyway, so that's about your worth. But how do you change your worth? This is a really good question. I should have said that really earlier on as well. How do you change your worth? How do you reset your thermostat so that it's higher, and so you feel like you're worth more, you're worthy of more? It is pushing yourself. Remember, I've talked about the hula hoops. You put a hula hoop on the floor, and then you step outside your hula hoop, you look comfort zone, and you go, oh, that's a bit scary, and then you move back in again. But now you've stretched your comfort zone a little bit, so now you feel a bit more comfortable going into it because you've already been there. It's like learning how to drive a car. You learn how to drive a car. First of all, it's like there's too many things to do, and then you get used to it, and it gets easier and easier. If you have one of my cubes and you're like, I don't understand how this cube works at all, and then I show you how to move a white piece up to the edge piece up to the top, you go, oh, that's easy. And then maybe you should be able to figure out the other 4 white pieces and bring those up to the top. Oh, these are edge pieces versus the corner pieces versus side, so you know what 4 of the 3 different pieces of the cube are, and then that helps you to solve the cube. Not completely, of course. Once you learn what a side piece is and the corner piece is, then you can put a corner piece and you go, oh, because that corner piece needs to be up there, I'll move the corner piece out of the way, bring the little side piece down, connect the 2 up, and then push it up to the top. I've shown you that, I'm sure, before, but that's how to solve a Rubik's Cube. And once you've done that a couple of times, you go, oh, I'm quite comfortable with that. Now I know how to do one side of a cube. It's very easy. In fact, once you do it, in fact, one side of a cube is particularly easy. Anyway, and I have a course that teaches you how to do the first side of the cube, completely free. You just have to sign up for it. Findyourfire.co.uk/cube steps. And if it's not free, the first layer, it will be later on today, because I'm just adding that to my one thing I want to get done today. Well, sorry. You know what I mean. Anyway, cool. I'm running out of time already. It's craziness. So yes, so you push yourself outside your comfort zone. You push yourself. You do a little thing. Prove to yourself you can do it. Get yourself a little bit of confidence about that, and then you push yourself a little bit further. The other way to do that is, of course, surround yourself with people who are already doing what you want to do. So you can, they'll drag you into their world. So if you want to get fit, hang around people who go to the gym on a regular basis, because they'll say, hey, you coming to the gym today? You coming to the gym today? You coming to the gym today? And eventually you go, yeah, all right, I'll come to the gym with you. Whereas if you're with people who go to the restaurant every single day, they don't go to the gym, they'll go, are you coming out for a curry? Coming out for a curry? Coming out for a curry? And eventually you go, oh, all right, I'll come out for a curry. So that's the, I'm not saying a curry's a bad thing, by the way. I'm just, you know, if you're eating out of the curry every single night, might be a problem. This is in England, of course, not in Nepal, where that's basic standard food. But you know what I mean. Takeaway. Restaurant, going out to a restaurant, there you go, high rich foods. Anyway, you get the idea. You get the idea. You pull in the direction of the people you surround yourself with, or you pull yourself in the direction of the people you want to be like. There's a balance in between those 2 things as well. Also, very interesting thing I heard this morning. I can't remember who said it on one of the videos I watched, but they were saying, and I flipped this slightly. So they've said, use people's no. So when people say to you, no, you can't do that, you'll never be good enough to do that. Use that as a platform to push yourself forward, to say, no, I'm going to do that. I don't care that you're going to say that. I'm going to use that as fuel to push me forward and create my future, and so forth. And this comes back into the conversation I had with Susie Mackie this morning, who this is kind of dedicated to. She was saying every morning she's putting £2 into a little pot, and as it goes in, it goes ching, and all the cash makes a noise in the thing. And she was saying, I am a saver, I am a saver. Every time she puts that in there, she said, oh, it feels good to do that. And I have the same routine, except I got 2 £1 coins, and one of them I put in, and I go, I have a millionaire mindset, and it goes ching, and then I am a money magnet, ching, and this is of course me trying to get money flowing into me. And I posted it into this WhatsApp group that we're involved in, and then I thought, oh no, that sounds like I'm saying that your thank you isn't good enough, and my millionaire one is much better. And I deleted it, and I was rewriting it, and at the same time Susie was writing, saying, oh, I like that, that's much more empowering. And I was like, oh, so I've tried to bring my thermostat down, because I didn't want to be too hot for your thermostat to make you, but of course what's happened, of course, is that I'm one of those people that she's I'm not dragged towards. This is not a great analogy here, but you get the idea. So she's now gone, oh, millionaire mindset, I like that better, that's a more attractive, that's a positive thing to go towards. So I was thinking no, and she was thinking yes. Just goes to show different people's perspectives see different things. Coming up to 28 on the clock here, so I have to be really careful with my time now. So that was no's. That's people say no, you can use that as fuel to push you forward. But I thought, actually, this is an interesting thing because of the thermostat thing. When people say yes, you can do that, or you're good enough, or what happens to me a lot of the time is you should be earning more because you know so much, you're so good, you can help so many people. I feel like, because I have this kind of, I guess, this background of having not succeeded particularly well, I'll say to people, oh no, I can't because, and then I'll try to prove them wrong. So even though they're saying, yes, you can, push yourself forward, you can do this, John, I'll say, well, no, I can't because, no, I can't because, no, I can't because. So this is too hot for me, and I'm bringing the temperature down. I'm trying to trying to say, no, I don't think I can. So, because somebody said to me, you could just go out tomorrow and ask 10 people to pay £2,000 to work with you to overcome their depression, and 3 or 4 of them will say yes, and then you'll have the money that you need to move forward. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm not sure about the whole program. I'm not sure, will they actually get the results that they want? £2,000 seems like a lot of money. This is me shrinking down and feeling small. And I could ask them for £100, for example, to help them with their depression. And then at least I'd be stepping outside my comfort zone. I'd be getting into that little fit. I'd be pushing myself a little bit harder, and then I could ask more and more and more. So I'm using the yeses, yes you can, and I'm trying to prove them wrong, and I'm bringing it back down. So it's the other way around. So you've got fuel that fire down here, where people are saying, no, you can't. You're saying, I'm going to use that because my thermostat is up here. I'm going to use it to push me forward. And so these are 2 different things, and it's a really important thing. And this then brings in the quote that I heard today as well, which is really cool, which was from Malcolm X, which is, that which you do not hate, eventually you will tolerate. So that's a little bit like, if you don't hate it down here, eventually you'll tolerate it. But if you find this uncomfortable, you'll stop, you'll overcome it, you'll beat it. If you feel this is uncomfortable or intolerable, then you'll drag it down towards you. But if you hate this, it's an interesting way of looking at it, isn't it? It's the other way around, isn't it? If you hate this pain up here, eventually you'll tolerate it. That doesn't really work, does it, if you think about it? Anyway, never mind. The point is that usually it's something that is painful, and if you don't hate it and you want to move away from it, then eventually you will tolerate it. That's the dog sitting on the nail thing. You say, no, why doesn't he just move? He can't be bothered. It's too much effort. Too much effort to get off the thing, but it's not too much effort to keep moaning about it. So yeah, anyway, there you go. The only other things I had in my notes were the concept of lake and flow. So this is really cool. This is about money flow, kind of fits as well. So you have a big lake full of, effectively think about money, water flowing into the lake, big lake, and it's like a dam. And obviously you can power hydroelectricity for it, so you can get power from it. You can spend money when you need to spend money. You've got a big buffer of safeness over here, but you can flow out and you can give to people. You can help people out with the flow of the water, because you've got plenty of flow coming in from the top into the lake, and then you've got plenty of flow coming out of the lake as well. Versus a stagnant pond, which you might find around here somewhere, where it's stagnant pond, there's not enough money flowing into it, and so the water gets stagnant, so you've got like a little trickle coming out, which just help a few people here and there, but you can't really help that many people because you've got a pond that's getting stagnant. That's me right now, stagnant pond. Can't help enough people, haven't got enough money flowing in. Need to get more money flowing in so I can help more people. There you go. If you're driving a car, it's like putting a foot on the gas or the accelerator and your foot on the brake at the same time. You're like, can't go anywhere, this is ridiculous. And that's going to be it, really. I'm just going to finish off with a little nod towards the film It's a Wonderful Life. If you've not seen It's a Wonderful Life, definitely go watch it. Black and white film. Cary Grant, I think it is. No, not Cary Grant. Jimmy Stewart. I can't remember who it is that does it. But basically the idea is he wants to commit suicide. It's right at the beginning of the film. And an angel comes down and he says, oh, I don't want to live my life. I've screwed everything up. I've messed everything up. Everybody's lives are. I'm to blame for everybody else's horrible lives. And then the angel comes down and says, no, look at all the lives you've changed. Look at all the good you've done. Look at all the amazing life you've had. And then the end of the film is everybody's happy. Everybody comes and supports him and gives him the lift and the money that he needs to solve the problem that he's in. Fantastic film. In fact, definitely my favourite film of all time. And for that exact reason, because he's a wonderful person. He's a lovely human being. He wants to commit suicide. I've been there. And then the angel shows him how amazing his life is and how many people he's helped. And how many lives he's transformed as a result of the good that he did in his life. And so it makes him feel like, actually, my life was worth living. It's a beautiful film. Take care. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Hope I haven't gone over my 15 minutes, because that would be really annoying. I hate editing these things. Hate! Eventually I'll tolerate them. Alright guys, love you. Have a lovely Wednesday, and I'll see you soon. Bye!